Cuomo just conceded.
What?
I'm being told
What?
Cuomo just
Wait,
conceded.
what?
What? Get the fuck
What?
out of here.
I don't have
Stan's gonna break news on
no.
our
He can't be
fucking
learning
space.
this from another live stream.
Wait a
Well,
second,
we're
what?
my TV,
No.
but
Now, Jeff, you're part of Good Morning Comrade, right?
Yeah, me and Robert are the two hosts of Good Morning Comrade. We actually originate on. We've been doing this for 6 years on WHIVLP New Orleans. We've been streaming it on YouTube for years, and
Oh, you're on radio.
we're on radio. Actually, the previous guest that I had on the show the last week that actually ran today on the space, he's the founder of the station, Mark Allen Derry, Letterhack. I got to hook you up with him because he's interested in talking about this space as well.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh shit!
Let's
This
go.
space just keeps growing.
He's
Yeah,
cool.
get
He's,
it.
he's actually been a guest on Majority Report a number of times. He's an infectious disease doctor. He's a very cool guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was watching that actually earlier.
Mark Allen, yeah, good guy. He's based in New Orleans, and runs. Basically founded the station that my show's been on for 6 years.
Yeah, that interview with him. Yeah, that's who you were interviewing.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Allen. Yeah, Mark
Yeah,
Allen.
yeah. He's
So
he
close to
seemed
getting
really cool.
that sip, I noticed you were just moments away. There we go.
Yeah, so we've got just a little bit more update, more votes in, more votes counted, but the percentages haven't shifted all that much. So more than likely not gonna see. I don't know. What do you think in the next? What's it gonna look like in the next 2 hours?
I don't know. I feel like it is going to stagnate around this for a while.
I want to know what
was he at
are
47? Was he at 47? Was Mamdani
No.
at 47 initially when
No.
when it was early? No.
42 is what I remember.
Okay, so he actually ticked up a little bit. Okay.
Yes, he's been ticking up all night, which is a good indication, I think.
Mhm.
I would like to know what are the counties that have, or what are the districts that have not been counted yet, and which way do they normally lean? Because we are close enough. I didn't think we'd be here. We're close enough that it could theoretically get decided tonight.
Yeah, this
I
is
said
where we
we're
need. This is where we
not
need
likely,
Jackie
but it's possible.
Kornacki.
I think you got to look in.
I
Well,
love
even
Kornacki.
Kornacki's only thing on this
Oh,
was
God, what
from
in the
earlier
fuck?
today.
Oh,
And Kornacki
Jesus.
said-
Oh, God.
Kornacki says it's going to be several. It's going to be weeks. But
Failing New York Times.
I think we're looking at neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It goes from boroughs to neighborhoods, and
All right. Southwest there is is Staten Island. That's going to be more Cuomo leading.
Yes, this whole area is going. Like I said earlier,
it's color coded. Well, there you go. So
this
we
whole
got-
place would have been if Adams had run. This would have been Adams right here because it's top
Yeah.
six, literally.
Well, those out. We can assume that those whited out, not yet counted districts are going to go Cuomo. They might not, but we can assume they will.
Yes.
That lends the question: are those white districts surrounded by Mamdani votes likely to go for Mamdani as well? And what is their population?
So
I'm
these
thinking
two
out
right
loud.
here being in these two right here, I'm curious about. And off the top of my head, I can't. I'd have to look at another map to see exactly where it is. But this is Brooklyn. I'm tempted to say they'll go Mamdani, but that's just a guess. Just because of
Brooklyn's a little more swanky these days, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
why it's
no.
hard to say. I think.
Yeah.
You ever notice how
Probably
these
safe,
maps?
but like,
You ever notice how these maps are really like, like it's interesting that the all these people crammed in this small location are the ones voting for the guy who wants to make rent cheaper and all that kind of stuff.
These
Like,
actually, some of these might not be. So right here, this is Central Park. This is not going to fill up right here because it's literally no one lives there.
Yeah, and I
So-
vote we call them blank areas.
So I'm actually wondering how many.
Good point. Good point.
Alex, do any parks come to mind here? That
McCarran
might be one of
and
these.
Prospect.
Right? Yeah. So these may not actually get results.
Well,
I
shoot.
thought land votes. I read on Truth Social. I thought land is actually the chief voter.
Hold on a second. Let's see here.
I mean, in the age of oligarchy, it kind of does. What's up, Sandy?
I just wanted to say
Yes,
I'm going to be
love
signing
it.
off.
Oh,
Dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Thanks for
just wondering if I
hanging
could
out,
plug
Sarah.
my stuff before I leave.
Hit it.
Canada
Yeah,
has fallen.
Yeah. So everyone can check me out on Left of the Box on YouTube. I'm so close to having 8K subscribers. So if
Wow.
everyone who's watching right now who doesn't know about me, go subscribe. You'll make me very happy. Canadian politics with sarcasm and sass from the perspective of somebody with lived experience of disabilities and poverty. I'm queer and non-binary. I also wrote a book. You can find it on Amazon. Necroplasm. It's a vampire horror. Also, tomorrow I will be on this space, my regular slot, 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern, but I'm going to be going on as the vampire from my book. Minuet.
And what you mean by
Look forward
that
to
is
seeing
the
Minuet.
vampire is taking over the stream and you're going to be held for ransom in the closet somewhere?
Well, I'm her acolyte. It makes sense. People,
Oh.
if you want to know all the context, you can buy the ebook tonight and binge read it by tomorrow.
There you go.
I also do artwork right there. You can see.
Nice
I do
cat.
commission pets and portraits of pets and people.
Portraits of pets and people.
A triple P.
Love it.
Uh-huh.
Very talented.
So yeah, for your Canadian content, my regular news live streams are Sunday afternoon, evening-ish times. But good luck and fingers crossed
Thank
for all
you.
you guys.
Thanks for
Thanks,
hanging out,
Sandy.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I think-
Thank you so much.
I think the
Oh,
Canadian touch is always helpful. Honestly, I think that it's a
Yes.
really nice mix.
Oh yeah.
It honestly
Well,
makes
I'm one
me
of the good
feel-
ones anyway.
You are. And thank you for caring. I worry about that from time to time.
We keep
I'm
turning
gonna-
down that
so-
one guy from the UK. We're like, no, we got Canada. We don't need a Europe.
So I'm
Okay, give me a break.
I'm
don't
going to
know
give an
Australia
update
either.
that everything that is white will not be getting any results because they are in fact parks, prisons, or airports.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
prisons, right? Yeah, I forgot that New York City has so many goddamn prisons just in the middle
Yeah.
of the.
What the
You
hell?
know, yeah. Take a left at the prison. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll
Yes.
get there.
So just so that just to show you how unaware both myself and Alex is by no means alone. It's myself as well.
Oh, that's anybody looking at a map.
so-
Give yourself
so-
a break.
So these are both parks. This right here is Rikers Island. If you can see my
Oh,
little
well.
mouse right there.
Yeah.
This is LaGuardia Airport. These are parks up here, so, and this is a park right there. So those are definitely not going to be. And I believe this is JFK Airport right here.
Yeah, that's Jeff.
So
Why JFK
I'm-
so goddamn big?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, JFK is huge.
It's a massive airport.
No one needs to be flying. Give me a break.
So if we're looking
Could be
at
next
just the
next.
colors, first of all, the upper west and the upper east side going straight for Cuomo is perfect and hilarious.
Mm.
Also, it seems a lot of the Bronx, I call it upstate. I know this is a debate. My fiance is like, that's not upstate. Anything beyond Manhattan to me is upstate. But that going a lot for Cuomo is also not that surprising. That's suburbs, or it's turning into suburbs.
that Louisiana L shape from Mdani is a surprise, a pleasant one.
Yeah,
Interesting they're grouped together like
for
that.
sure.
I wonder if we are also seeing a map of local efforts. The fact that these are so grouped, I wonder.
So Mamdani was very strategic in a lot of the things that they did. I wish I took pictures, but like I imagine they were volunteers. Were like really, some of their efforts were really creative. So I live right across from a park, and there is like chalk work all throughout the park, talking about Cuomo's corruption. Don't ran Cuomo. Major issues that Mamdani's running on. So, and like really like very, very strategic in their placement. Like the entrance to a track has "Don't vote Cuomo." Like just what they were doing was not like child's play, despite it being chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalk
And-
is a very radical tool because it's
Apparently,
technically not
yes.
illegal in a lot of instances because it gets washed off.
Ah,
So I've done a lot of chalk work in my day, and it's really, really cool.
Did you know that
Chalk
1
that up.
in 24 New Yorkers is a millionaire?
Nice.
Really?
I'm happy. How does that
There's
treat you, David
more-
and Alex? Is that
I
More-
mean,
down?
no.
There are
Any prickles?
350,000 millionaires living in New York City, more millionaires than anywhere else in the entire world. There was or any other city. There was a rumor, or there's always a rumor, that a tax hike on the rich would
Yeah,
send them
no.
fleeing the
This
city.
is- mhm.
That they would
Good,
all
good.
just the wealthiest residents would just leave.
And then
So-
there will become a plague
But
on the
there's-
rest of the country or the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's been 2017, 2021, there were tax hikes and nobody left. They all
So
stayed. If
well,
anyone's leaving, it's
cowards.
the people who don't make any money because they can't afford to live.
Right. There have definitely been people that have left New York City, but to that claim that all of a sudden businesses are going to vanquish, that everyone's going to leave, so that they, first of all, they're remember that they haven't become wealthier since the pandemic just because there's been supposedly low taxes. I mean, there's loopholes and all the shenanigans they pull to make sure that their money's not taxed. But outside of that, that would like explain. I want people that claim to be experts and make these claims to explain why there was growth between the 50s and the 70s in the United States,
Right. Yeah.
when in during our prime
Exactly.
development ages,
Yeah.
while the wealthy and corporations were being taxed at progressive rates.
Yeah.
I mean,
Meanwhile, there's 1 in 4 residents in New York City who cannot afford essentials. 1 in 3 spends half their income on rent. So, like, the working class, the ones earning all the money, aren't taking any of it home, and the ones who are taking it home, the fewer, couldn't possibly spend it all, right? Like, why not tax them? And it takes me back to when de Blasio won with like 73% of the vote in his time, and he said, okay, I want to tax the rich and do universal pre-K. And he laid out the perfect plan for capitalism. He's like, this will ensure that we have better workers one day and that all these rich people will benefit from this tax. And Cuomo said, no, we're not doing that. And he definitely didn't do it. And he found the money in the budget. Who knows what that really means? But it goes back to there's all these rich people in this one city, and they won't cough it up in taxes to pay for, look, everyone else in your great city they're going to have to bail or die. Like they half your income goes to rent. Well, who made that decision? Oh, the 350,000 millionaires living in that city. It's
That's
such
because the
bullshit.
millionaires are colonizing. They think that New York City is a historically important city in the history of humanity, which is probably true to some degree. And they want to colonize it and turn it into their little area where poor people aren't allowed. That's the entire plan. That's their strategy.
Yeah.
So
And then they'll just have slave labor. And that's how shit will get
that's what the
done.
prisons are for. That's all slavery.
Yeah, they think they attach themselves to this libertarian Ayn Rand. What is her
Bullshit.
book? Atlas Shrugged. Like, oh, can't tax the rich, or else they'll all leave and just create their own paradise somewhere else. And if you want a reality of what that'll look like, play BioShock.
Well, and that would be great. Like, good riddance. Go
Hey,
to
get
Mars
the
or
fuck out of
whatever.
here.
But the Bill Burr was on that one. I don't know if it's technically a podcast, but it's that guy who interviews people on the New York City subway, and they hold the Metro card up with the mic attached
yeah.
to it. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
And Bill Burr was like, oh yeah, it's going to be great one day when they deport all of the non-white people, and then all the people remaining in the country start to really get paid.
What?
And the guy was like, that's not going to happen. He goes, I know, but isn't that what they're saying? Like, isn't that the myth that like we have to deport these people because they're taking your jobs? They're taking money off out of your, food out of your mouth and money out of your wallet. And it should go to you. You should have it. It's just not going to be that
Could
way.
I possibly interject with a question that is not related to the election? Is that allowed?
Sure.
Yeah. Please.
So when our panels were smaller, I was unable to make out that red object in Jeff's rear view. Could you what is in that? Is that a refrigerator?
Yep.
Could you give us a tour? What's in there?
Sure. Can't hold the mic, but yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, let's go check this out. No handle. That's good.
What?
That's good.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
No handle.
I
yeah.
like it. I like the
Fantastic.
uniformity.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Ginger lemonade flavored.
What
Oh.
how old is that refrigerator? What type of refrigeration? How does it refrigerate? I should be asking. What's the price range? I'm just curious.
My wife got it for me, so I don't know.
Hmm.
I've had it for a number of
Man.
years though.
The shortest
That's
tour
like
ever,
this-
I will say.
That's
Shortest
said
tour
igloo
ever.
on it, so
It's a igloo,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
If I
like-
wanted to get a beer in the 70s, that's what I would pull it out of. That thing
Yeah.
looks so satisfying.
it's good to have. I enjoy it. Thanks for noticing.
I try my best. We'll get into the books next time.
Oh, I got lots of books.
Yeah.
So this was updated at 10:13, 10 minutes ago, and CNN is projecting that it will go to round 2.
okay.
I'm going to put in a prediction of my own. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be 44% Memdani, 42% Cuomo, 12% Lander.
I'll put $100 on that you're wrong.
All right.
10 to 1 odds. 10 to 1 odds. So if you are right,
44,
I'll give you
42,
$1,000.
12.
Those numbers exactly. No bullshit.
Oh, I mean, what are the chances we wake up tomorrow or in a week and it's like, wow, Cuomo really came back?
I
So
man,
CNN,
A lot.
So,
Very high.
Well, so their detailed projection is that his Mamdani's initial support will remain below 50%, meaning it will be decided by ranked choice votes. He is well positioned to claim a remarkable
Kristina.
primary win. Even as a winner won't be known for at least another week, Mamdani's strong performance will reverberate beyond America's largest city, catapulting both Mamdani and his policy ideas into the spotlight. So I think they think he has a good chance to win come July,
Sweet.
Wow.
That's good.
which honestly surprises me. I wasn't commenting earlier because I aside from not liking polling and all that stuff, I didn't have much faith. I'll be honest. I thought Cuomo was going to squeak it out because I mean the fact that
America's terrible.
just the fact that Cuomo's doing was so strong in general. Like he had a ridiculous amount of ads. There was one I was watching.
really.
There was a video that was shown unrelated to the election entirely. It was like one of those inspirational videos that I was recently shown by someone. And every single ad break, there was an ad break like every 2 minutes. And every single ad break was the same Cuomo ad over and over and over again.
Yeah. I was worried about that too.
I
Welcome
love
back,
inspirational
Kristina.
video.
Hello. I came back to some wonderful news.
Yes. He is leading.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
apparently-
I don't even mean to speak on this so negatively. I'm surprised. I'm honestly,
No.
I'm positively surprised.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking at
Oh, shit.
some of these numbers. And
I didn't expect this view of.
You can
Yeah,
see
this
the
is a
chest
jump
hair.
we're going to
Oh,
probably
he's
see
got to learn.
What is
how-
this chest
in,
hair bullshit going on here? Look at that.
in the fall.
Hello.
Yes, I have
general
Solidarity, brother.
campaign, general
Button
election.
up, buddy. What are you
Mamdani
doing?
on the Democratic
I
ticket.
don't. What are you
Do you
doing?
dislike
Cuomo
chestnut?
on the, I'm not sure what his
He
official
was like that when he went on the movie
party
podcast.
Hold on.
I made sure I left
numbers
very
for
little to
New
the
York
invitation.
or
There you go.
Over here.
There's a reason why my polo
Corrupt
shirt is buttoned up.
politicians of the past for New York. I'm not sure what the name of his ticket's going to be,
I'm not a-
but
Can we call Sam
as
Seder
of
right now?
now,
Get him
I
on
think
this
you can
space.
expect that he's
Alex,
going to be on
call
the ballot. And Eric
All right.
Adams will also be
460
running. I'm not sure
57
what
3920.
ballot line he'll be on.
Stupid, sexy Sam.
And
Yeah.
the Republican will be Curtis Silwa.
I mean, he's
Sliwa? I
fine
can
as
never
hell. He's
remember.
got it.
He
Jojo
was
Siwa.
very well known in the, I want to say the 70s or the 80s as the leader of the Guardian Angels. And then he's done talk radio
Talking about the Republican.
since that time.
He's got to learn how to
Very
just
beret.
use like straight from his laptop and use OBS.
Cuomo just
Yeah.
conceded. I'm being told
What?
Cuomo just
Wait, what?
No.
What?
Get the fuck
What?
out of here.
I don't have
Stan's
He
gonna
can't be
break
learning-
news
no,
on
No.
our
He can't be
fucking
learning
space.
this from another live stream.
Wait a
Well,
second,
we're
what?
live.
my TV,
No.
but this is,
Wait.
incredibly exciting.
Wait a
Let's
second.
fucking
I'll try
go.
and read some.
Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
looking
God.
this up.
We got to do live fact
Didn't win
checking.
yet.
Get this
Well,
guy
come
off the
on.
screen. Let's do some
No,
live fact
at
checking.
Not
Whoa,
won the general
Sam,
election
what do
yet.
you?
And
At least
I don't
mute
think
it.
anybody
Wait,
should
you,
rest on their laurels.
Was he kidding?
Yeah,
We don't know that. yet.
I don't see anything about him.
He's
about him.
referencing because he's got this Rolodex of all these popular, important
No,
people.
I mean,
They're
he's
giving
got
Sam
Chris
Peters
Hayes
from
on
behind
speed
the
dial.
scenes.
Olayemi
Yeah, because
tweeted it.
Chris Hayes knows everything that's going on. He's the most
hold on.
intelligent guy. He's up to the. He's up. To
Yeah,
speed.
yeah. It looks like he did. Como speaks.
Olayemi tweeted.
What the
I'm
fuck?
posting her tweet.
Como conceded. New York Times
What?
still won't call the race, but I mean, it's already been called from like
Como
conceded. Zohran won.
Wait, your dog?
Not happy.
Holy shit!
Oh, there's a
We
huge.
fucking did it.
Hold on, I need a fucking headline.
I thought it was like the dog
I-
from Men in Black.
Andrew Cuomo.
You know what?
concludes.
I'm gonna be honest. Olay's tweet is my headline.
Yes.
That's really all.
Holy
God
shit.
bless
Holy shit, dude.
America.
Holy fuck!
Oh, this is so
I
good.
did
Well,
that.
Oh, what
well,
a night.
well.
Late June
Hell
back
yeah,
in
man.
2005. What a very
That's
special
amazing.
time.
Yo, I don't understand though. If he's conceding, what is all right? Here's the deal.
Because he needs
If
like
he's
51%.
conceding, that means
Conceding
he
this.
has a knowledge of what is to
He
come.
knows the next
that
Well,
round.
we
hey,
don't.
Yeah.
no. His you're getting conspiratorial, but he just knows that he's not. No one was going to rank Cuomo second. Well, not no one,
Yeah,
but
that was an entire
yeah.
don't rank.
he wasn't.
person.
He wasn't going to have a round two that fueled him.
Yeah, I didn't mean to seem conspiratorial. I mean he is not conceding arbitrarily because he thinks that. He has had people who are professionals in this.
Yes,
tell
yeah,
him,
no,
They walk in the
goes
room.
around
They
to
look
you.
at him like this.
Well, keep in mind his whole message was rate Cuomo, and there was no cross endorsement. There was no
Yep.
strategy to like if you're not going. There was no communication from Cuomo's camp that if you don't want to rate him 1, at least rate him 2. He was either rated 1 or he wasn't rated.
Yeah.
Or ranked. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
He was either ranked 1 or not at all. So-
Dana Rubenstein, Cuomo says he called Mamdani and congratulated him. Let's give him a round of applause, Cuomo says. That's from the New York
Holy
Times.
shit!
4
Holy
minutes ago.
shit!
And then a
Inject it
Cuomo
into my
supporter yells from the crowd as it sounds like the former governor may be conceding. It's not over yet. So it's fucking
I
over.
mean, it's
I-
over.
I'm just curious what I'm curious about is okay. So he's
Time to move to New York City, baby.
He's
says-
conceding, but I'm curious. I'm going to take Olay down, and I'm still trying to find an actual article. So I'd love if anybody has it.
Well, I
I
can-
can
look at
tell
the
you
details on,
conceding does
uh,
not mean he's out of the race. Actually,
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Yes, but that's not even what I'm going for here. How does this change I can't wrap my head around how it changes the ranked choice aspect.
Okay, so he says tonight was not our night. Cuomo says tonight was Assemblyman Mamdani's night.
Mhm.
He said he ran great campaign, connected with New Yorkers, added that, inspired them and moved them and got them to come out and vote. He really ran a highly impactful campaign. Now, is he just conceding?
He
The
can't
first
say it's a good
round?
campaign. He's
No,
just
no, you don't just concede a round. He conceded.
Okay,
the race.
so then,
He's bowing out.
so
He's
then
bowing
he knows
That
what
it doesn't
the
look good.
what they're going to be, and he has insight into the second round. That's the
Well,
only
he knows that.
possible
Well, he knows.
explanation.
Well, no,
All around.
his campaign manager, his people have said to him, "You weren't going to be ranked number 2, so you don't have a shot in the subsequent round."
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
now
But
that
my
doesn't
question is,
mean
how does
his
this-
name is taken out. It doesn't like
No,
nothing he
but-
says tonight changes that. I just want to be clear for the
Yeah.
audience. Like
Well-
him conceding does not affect any of the tabulation.
general.
Well, no, not even the general. In the primary, this doesn't
Yeah.
mean that Mamdani picks up all of Cuomo's round 1 votes to
Right.
get over the 50% mark.
They don't just
we
end
still-
it here. They don't stop the count.
That,
They don't
that's
go,
that's,
it.
that's what Jake and I are kind of. Jake sounds much more sure of it than me, and I'm trying to. I know that he doesn't pick up Cuomo's vote. So the question is, Mamdani doesn't get past 44%. I'm just like kind of hypothesizing. He doesn't get over 40. He doesn't get over 45% before July 1st. Cuomo has bowed out, but his votes are still there. We still have to go to round 2 because no one's getting over 50%.
No, here it is. This means that Zohran Mamdani will be the Democratic Party's nominee for New York City mayoral election. Daily Times.
I have Brad Lander saying something.
Hold on, I just picked it up. I got you,
I
Jeff.
think what the problem is that New York City, they didn't explain like how this, like the rules, like clearly enough for like people like us to really, because ranked choice voting is still kind of a new-ish thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, we know how the ranked choice voting works, but what hasn't been covered, and this is a good point, Kristina, actually, is what happens when people bow out
and drop out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a key difference. I was just gonna say, conceding literally does not mean drop out. Conceding is essentially nothing. Conceding is just a message to your audience. It doesn't
it means that
I think he's out.
It does mean that, like, even if somehow magically he bounces back and gets to 50%, I mean, he could come back and say, "Never mind, I'm not conceding." But
yeah, no, that's the point. Is even if he never says that, if he bounces back and gets 50%, he's the mayor elect. Or not? No, he's not. He's the
Democratic nominee, but he's conceded. But by conceding, he was saying, "I'm not taking it," so whoever's number 2 would take it.
No, by conceding, you're not saying that. This is very important to be clear about.
Okay,
you're simply acknowledging that it looks like you lost. You're not even acknowledging that you lost. You're acknowledging that it looks like you lost.
Okay.
And the reason it is that way is so that people, unlike Trump, people can be gracious and
Wow.
And make it a smooth transition once it becomes obvious. But importantly, there's no legal thing that it means. It's just
sure. Yeah, him conceding doesn't mean that. Yes, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't negate his votes if he were to decide to come back and say, "Well, never mind."
Even if he doesn't, though, that's the thing. If he does nothing and he concedes and
I do have additional good news, though. Richie Torres isn't going to run for governor of New York.
So that is a good.
Yeah, because he said he was going to win. He was not going to. I'm like, cool, good. We don't want you.
Yeah, no, Torres is.
All right,
is
this
he
Politico.
going to move to Israel? Is that what the plan is?
Here, this is from Politico. It says the Democratic Socialist lawmaker is on pace to win the primary for New York City mayor. Cuomo conceded defeat late Tuesday night and said he called to congratulate Mamdani. Now, why would he do that and go, "It'll be interesting to see where this goes"? I mean, that sounds like he's conceding defeat, right? And then Politico here goes on to say that he won 43.5% of the first place to Cuomo's 36.3.
I mean, that's quite the lead, though. But
the outcome is not final. The board is expected to announce full results on January 1. So, like they were saying in that article,
January 1
or July. I always see 1 and think New Year's Day, but they were. We were reading in an article at the beginning of the evening where they said that there would be unofficial results tonight. And I think that everyone in this case, Cuomo,
we got some official results.
Cuomo is saying, "I'm going with the unofficial results."
I feel comfortable enough saying it's over.
I think the crucial thing here is that when Cuomo's team is looking at this, they are looking at the solidarity between Lander and Mamdani and thinking, okay, all of the second choices for Mamdani or the majority are going to Lander and vice versa. You add Lander to Mamdani's, that gets you way over 50%. Solidarity.
So how does this affect against Eric Adams then?
Yeah,
He's a big dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Adams is there's another thing. I'm sorry to inundate you with links, Matt, but Curtis Sliwa has won the
Republican
nomination. Yeah, which he's such a clown it's arguable that that means essentially Eric Adams is running as the Republican.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Even though he's an independent now.
Oh my God.
And it will split, if not the vote, at least where the money goes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
The
Yeah.
money, you know, the Trump backers and the Andrew Cuomo backers, are you going to back Silva or are you going to back Adams? Like,
Adams,
probably.
mostly. But you know, Sliwa.
I mean, I'm looking on Twitter, and
say
so Francesca Fiorentini said, watch the Establishment go back to Eric Adams.
Yeah.
No question. That's gonna.
That's what they did in that fucking, what was it, the Buffalo race?
India
Yeah.
Walton.
Everybody
India Walton.
with a channel, get
That
ready
needed.
to point out to the public, this is who they are. When faced with a corrupt, a super right-wing choice or a progressive who is fairly nominated, they will do everything in their power to fight progressive causes.
They'll use
They're
the
not a
system-
left-wing party.
No, they'll use the system where it benefits them, and they'll undermine it where it doesn't. It's like they've always done this. This is not new. You know what I
But
mean?
the point being that where it benefits them is never progressive, and where it doesn't
Of course
benefit
not.
them is always progressive. So
No,
they
of
are
course
not a left-wing party. Do not let people.
The Democrats? Yeah, no shit.
This is the best picture I have seen in a very long time. Please tell me that's
I know.
absolute. Please.
No, that was during the highlight. That was during the pandemic when he was dealing with all the sexual with
Yeah.
the investigation.
That's what he's literally saying. Send them back to the nursing homes. Make those old people
Mhm.
die.
Which, by the way, is not
Andrew
national
Cuomo.
Uh-oh.
Andrew Cuomo is in the past. He is not the present or future of New York City.
Hey.
Wait, I want to hear the.
Good fucking riddance.
Yeah.
Dude, Trump started the
Hopium.
trend. Trump
Yeah.
started the trend. Now politicians are all going to say fuck.
Fucking good.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
love fuck.
Trump said,
Your ability to say
precedent.
fuck,
Letterhack,
how
you're
you say
muted,
fuck
you
is a
dumb
good
fuck.
indicator of if you're a real person.
I said that in chat
Oh,
too, and he
wait,
didn't pay
did you
attention.
just-
Like
Say
if you
fuck,
guys want to drop
he's running.
bombs, we'll drop bombs.
Watch this